Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We are live! Hooray! We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie down here. That's Violet Igor over there. Woohoo! And together we make the Mad Scientists. Yay! Can you hear me?
I've got an echo and I just fixed it. So
Oh,
hopefully nobody's don't get excited. I fixed it. No echo. I want to say hello to everyone. I'm so excited. I can't sit still.
she's so excited.
Woo! Hi Liz. Hi Ann. Hi Angela. Hi Trish. Hi Evie. Hi Colleen. Hi Lydia. Hi SAG. I don't know what else to call you. Welcome, welcome. Did I miss anybody?
Hello, everybody. I'm here too.
Oh, she's here too. Hi Fran.
Oh, hello,
Hi
Violet. Hello,
Carol. Hi
everybody.
Carol. Welcome, I'm just so excited. I'm easily amused. That's all there is to it, I guess. So
Oh
that's
no, you're very difficult to please. So when you're excited, it's good.
oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for saying that in front of my husband. Thank you. Yeah. And I don't really mean that. That's sarcasm dripping here. 'Cause he's back there laughing now.
Mhm. Well, we
Okay.
had a slight problem end of the last live. It went blue. Patricia said, "Why was I blue?" And I thought she was asking why I was sad. No, the
Yeah.
whole screen went blue,
Yeah.
and we don't know why.
I don't
So
know
we're
why.
hoping it's not
So
going to happen today.
yeah, we're so
Just
sorry
out
about
there,
that, everyone. If you
like,
see it again, please
yeah,
capitalize and shout out at me so I see it. But I
yeah, not
honestly,
that we could figure it
yeah,
out. It
we
might just be a fault in the camera. What would be a good idea would if we go blue, if you come back in and show something and see if you're blue as well.
oh, there you go.
That would
There
at
you,
least tell us whether it's at my end or something going on someplace else.
good idea. Good idea.
So that might be something.
Oh, see,
So today we have this, which was we were thinking about what we were going to do. Now I've had an idea about this. I like phthalo blue, but it's pretty dark and pretty intense. But I do like the color of it. The other one I like is the hang on, that's indigo. It's not that one. It's the Amsterdam. This one, the Prussian blue. Prussian blue phthalo. So both of these are nice blues. This is the one that looks quite nice when we're doing the grass pools. So I was thinking one of these or both, probably this one. If I mix it with some matte medium, that will make it thinner, but not turn it to a pale blue. You know, if you add white, it's going to make it a pale blue, and I don't want a pale blue, but I would like a thinner version of this phthalo blue. So
yeah,
let's give that a try and see what we might get. So we'll put some of this down. Now I use matte medium quite a bit to rescue pulls that haven't quite worked. You know, when something is stuck to the plate and isn't coming up properly the way you want it to, and there's a lovely design like there, down there, and you really want it. So I use matte medium to sort of either put on half the plate and then pull up the other side and put it on the other half of the plate, or just put it on one spot that hasn't quite come up. So we'll put some of this on here, and we'll put some of this phthalo blue green shade on as well.
okay.
It's quite a bit, but
So
I'll
it's
put some
not
more there.
you don't necessarily have to do a mixed process. You could just put them, throw them down and blend them that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm putting them on there like that. Oh, that's too
Okay.
small. Where's my big one? There we are. There's my big one. So let's. I don't want to do this too fiercely because we've got a pattern underneath, and we do not want to lose it exactly. So let's just see what we may get.
Yeah. So yeah, if someone sees that blue hue come back in and I'm not seeing it, not we don't know what to do about it, but if you see it, go ahead and capitalize and shout out to me so I can because I switch back and forth between StreamYard and YouTube. And I don't think it showed up on StreamYard. It only showed up on YouTube. And I
didn't see anything here, so I don't think it was anything physical in the room.
Yeah.
But we need to find out. We need to find out. Now, I've got various papers here, and I've got quite a nice one from Dalaroni mixed media paper. I think it was a Dalaroni one, but anyway, I'm going to put this one down. Now, it doesn't cover the whole, so I'm going to have to pick some up from there with a bit of tissue.
Yep.
Just to make sure we're not leaving bits of blue paint all over the house where we don't want to.
So welcome to the lurkers too. I always forget to mention the lurkers. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate the thumbs up.
All right, and we do have a surprise coming up.
We do have a surprise.
We do. And it was all Violet's idea.
But Fran made it so precious. Woohoo!
Let's see if it works. It might not work. Might be a good idea that doesn't. So we'll put this aside.
I said it's not a there's room for revision. There is room for editing and revision. So, but it's so cool.
Right, so we'll put this aside. I'll take my headset off because I've got to put it over the other side of the room so it doesn't get knocked by anything. And then we'll bring out the surprise.
I know, Trish. I have not been this excited since last week. But it's like Fran took an idea I had and I showed her and she took it and just ran with it. And she did even better than I did. And I'm blown away. And I'm hoping that it works as is. But even if it doesn't work as is, it will work once she revises it. It's beautiful.
Oh, let me put the headset back on. This was from the last live. This is, again, quite thick paper. Oh, it's pulling up the plate. That is a good sign.
Clean plate.
Well, hopefully.
See,
this is the Payne Grey and Titan Green Pale. Ooh, it doesn't pull that bit there.
Ooh. I often
I don't know.
go over and pull the plate up, but if you have the plate on plexiglass or perspex, it really doesn't work well. Oh, look at this. You guys
I'm not minding that.
doing this?
That's okay. I'm quite okay with that. Da, 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 da. I like that. That's quite nice, that is. That's giving it a nice feel.
Put it
I
down,
don't mean feel with your hands. I mean
get the full effect. Lower it, and look at that. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I see where it didn't get it all.
Not taking away from it having these little speckles. I quite like those. They're actually working quite nicely. And I like that we can see the suction sort of effect. Almost looks like a sinkhole in the middle.
Hi, Sue.
Nah.
Welcome.
That's that one.
Back here
this plate the way for the moment. Down there. And we'll bring up the little plate.
This isn't the special surprise, and we're getting there. We're getting there.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Not yet.
So let's have a look at this one. See whether this will pull. It seems to be.
Clean plate.
Yes, looking good. Looking good down there.
So, Sandy.
I'm not showing you yet.
Sandy Franklin posted in Makers just a little bit ago, and I answered it. She had a question. Hi, Candy. She did a poll with cardstock, and some of the paper tore, the paint, it didn't stick, blah, 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 like what you just saw. And hers was worse. And she asked, why is it happening? And if I remember what you told me, what happened to me is you had a bit more extra paint there, and it didn't quite absorb. So the trick would be to, oh, wow, I love that.
Isn't that nice? Can you see what I can see then? Put it in the technology. You see that yellowishness here, this,
I see it.
This speckling. It's gorgeous.
It is.
That's on top of the copper.
It's in the money plant thing too. You can see it goes up into the circles.
Yep. That's lovely. That copper really suits that. That and the red, and that little touch of green here and there is really working well.
So anyway, I answered Sandy and I said the trick would be to leave the paper on the plate longer so it has time to absorb the paint more. Would that be the correct answer?
Well, I would think so because you know what they say: if you feel it, is the paper and the paper feels cold. Either the paper is cold or the paper isn't dry yet. And if all else, so, you know, if you've left it there a day at least, it could still be a little damp. How long did she leave it? Did she say?
She didn't say. I don't think that. Yes, she did. What is that? What is that?
That?
What is that?
That? That is the caustic stencil I've been working on. Isn't it nice? It's a little fancy. I may have to reverse it so I can get an edge around it, make it a bit easier, but I love this. I think this is so nice. It's quite delicate though, that's the thing. But as a first look at the design, I'm really liking that.
Does everyone like it? Does everyone like that? What do you think? I'd like to see some responses before we go further. Anne, and your response, Anne, to Sandy's dilemma would be a good way to answer her because I hadn't thought about cardstock being layered paper.
Yeah.
So what does everyone think of this? This is Fran's idea for a stencil called Caustic.
Because it makes me think of the ripples on the surface of the ocean. And when you've got a shallow sea, you can see this reflected off the sand at the bottom of the ocean and sometimes off the back of the creatures as well.
Right. If you Google caustic image, you'll see water. It looks like the top of water with that.
Underwater, of course, underwater caustic. That will show you.
Yes. And knows. Yes. So everyone likes it. Do you all like it? I would love to see her use this. What do you think?
Well, there is another one we could use.
Oh, there's another one? No way. You have another one?
Get something dark.
What did you do?
Okay, so we've got that one. What about if we add something to it and give you that one?
I'm going to pee my pants. That is gorgeous.
This was Violet's idea. This was Violet's idea to combine two stencils together so that you don't have to do so much layering. It's already in the stencil.
Yeah, we have, I consider myself a newbie compared to Fran and P and Judy and so many others of you. I'm a newbie, so layering still isn't quite stuck in my head how to do it. And this is a way for a newbie to do layering of stencils without doing the layering. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you saw with that one, I just put over on the windowsill over there. That one was started off with the stencils for the honesty seeds, didn't it? Started off with the honesty seeds, the stencil with it, this one, like this. And then we put the big blobs, not this one, but the bigger one, the blobs and spots over the top.
Yep.
And then after doing that, the honesty impression seemed to have faded a bit. So I put the honesty back on top. And where we put the honesty, you remember it's got, let me see if I can find the actual
Udo, yes. I like them both ways. I like it separate.
Quite a lot of white space in between. Yeah. So where the whole of this design and the white space was, when the stencil was taken off the plate, these impressions of the blobs and spots were still there.
Yep.
But around it, it had more or less gone. So that's what got us thinking about why can't we have a stencil with the layers already there? So that cuts out, keep trying and trying to get it, and the bits just fade and when you're doing the pulls until you've got the right thing. So if you've got it already in the stencil, you don't have to go through that.
And now
it's already there. You can do it in one go. That would be great. So we thought we'd try this out.
Uda says she prefers it separate, and that's good. That you're
Yeah,
that
you can have
and that will
this.
be. Yep, the whales and the dolphins will be in the shop by this weekend, I believe Mariah said, by themselves, separate.
These dolphins are already in the Dropbox. She's already got them, and she did say she was thinking of
Yep.
those for the weekend.
So they will
So
be
they should be available at the weekend. And I will, once I've got this sorted to my satisfaction, I will upload that as well. And we'll see what happens from there. But of course, there's lots of other designers who have stuff in the pipeline, so it may not come all that fast. But it's a nice idea, I thought.
right, Candy. Yes.
Play with.
Yep. For those, like I said, for those that that are much better at doing layering and grasping the concept of layers in the order they should go. Yeah, they're separate. The whales and turtles and dolphins, they're all separate. You could purchase them that way. This was just an idea for someone like me or someone else who it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I can't, Judy said it, it's a lot to wrap your mind around sometimes. This makes it easy.
And I am a randomist, and I like what happens when things are
Separate.
randomly done.
Yes.
But using this, I could get quite a nice print without having to go through all that. So it would be a nice idea, I thought. Just try it out. Let's give it a go anyway. Let's have a play and see what happens. Yeah.
So the goal is, if it works out, is to see the caustic image, the first stencil that she showed you, by itself. If with Mariah's that one with Mariah's okay, once Fran gets it where she wants it, hopefully that will be in the shop down the road
when Mariah gets round to it, when she's she's got other things in the pipeline. She's got other things to do. She can't do all in one go, just like that.
Yep, there's other artists with designs that are waiting that need to get put up too.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So let's use a nice dark colour. Let's have another go with the phthalo blue green shade, because it's a sea-ish colour, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and the urchin flowers. Oh, I am, yeah.
Or even just urchins, which are sea creatures. So.
But it was my idea, mostly because sometimes I struggle. I mean, I was just over there playing the last few weeks, and layering is something I have to do more of to get the concept of how I want it to place. So sometimes I'm doing the back part first or backwards, and see, I can't even explain it anyway.
So let's try this with a sheet of decentish paper.
So it's not for everybody. It's probably more for newbies, for those that are established and know what they're doing, like Uda and Judy and so many others that are Fran, that I adore watching. You guys got it.
Ooh, look at that. Oh. Look at that. That and a high flow paint, a thin paint. Wow. Oh, I like that. I didn't expect it to do that. I mean, I was hoping, but oh gosh, that is nice. Let's do some more. So we'll leave that on there.
What did you put down?
Phthalo blue, green shade.
High flow.
Yep, high flow.
Okay.
So we'll do another. Oh, I just dropped the goobery thing.
So if we go back, we were talking about putting a framework around this stencil.
Yeah.
I like it is.
Yeah, but look, put in a framework right like that, because that's what was on it.
Yeah.
That's what came off. I can't remember which way round it's supposed to go. But never mind. We'll play with this one. We'll get a bit of blue with this, because there's still some on my brayer, but I think that's lovely. Look at that.
I'll be using it down the road. The caustic and whales together. But yes, everything. This isn't to eliminate having them separate. They will be separate, because so many of you love random, like Fran.
Besides, if you've got the turtles and you've got the dolphins and you get the caustic, then you've got the means to play with all of them.
Do it your own way. Absolutely.
Exactly. You don't have to use the same design. You can use a big turtle, or you can use some little turtles around the edge, whatever you like to use. Oh, let's get a piece on here quick.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. They said they'd cut the frame off.
Yeah, people sometimes do, but
Yeah,
I like to give the option of being able to do that if you want to.
there
I
you
mean,
go.
you can always put in this actual one and one that's the reverse, so you can have the one with the frame around it.
Hmm.
You can always choose which you prefer.
Watch the top. It didn't get covered.
I know, yeah. I've got that sheet. Where is it?
Yeah.
There we go. There it is. To grab it. And a little bit this side as well, so I don't get it on my top. Lovely, lovely. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, cross your fingers.
Clean plate, clean plate.
Ooh.
Look at that.
I mean, I deliberately put it on wonky when I laid it down.
Yep.
So.
I'm loving it.
Lovely. I mean, you could make it so it isn't square. You could do it so that it's,
Oh yeah, you can cut some of the bits off, make it more
you can
random.
cut some bits off, or just. Yeah.
And the fact that you're using the
like
high flow is you're getting
Yeah,
the right.
yeah, exactly. Giving that. Now I've got a question for Golden, which involves the high flow, because I want to know, because I've got a lot of heavy body from Golden and from other paint companies as well. I mean, there's these that are heavier body.
Yeah.
Let's have a go with that. That's the Phthalo blue. Let's have a go with that. Let's do what we did before, only with this.
I think you're going to need more for the big plate. Oh, you're going to.
And
Okay.
just to see what happens, you know.
Wow.
I'm going to pull with the green again afterwards, because I think afterwards the green really does do something to it.
Okay, Joni, thank you for being here. I have to step away from the computer sometimes too because my eyes get dried from that screen. So yeah, don't worry about it, Joni. Thank you for being here.
A piece of the tissue. Bye-bye, Joni.
No, she's not going. She's just going to alert.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it's easier to watch the action from a distance than to have to peer at the chat all the time, isn't it?
Candy says Golden sells a high flow medium that you can add to things, don't they?
Well, you mean that? Yes, they do.
Yep.
I've got a big one of that because I use it quite a bit for various things. I use it when I'm mixing paints as well.
Yeah.
Way blue hands.
So the medium, what does that give you? That gives you more drying time?
High flow medium. It does say it thins and extends acrylic colors.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, but it's the same texture, so the same thinness. Whoops, that's sticking to it. As the high flow paints themselves. So if you've got a fluid acrylic, one of these, and you add high flow to it, you'd add it in the right proportions. They do tell you. I can't remember what they are. Then you can get this down to a high flow medium, a high flow fluidity. So you could make yourself a high flow paint if you had the fluid acrylic and the high flow medium.
Yeah. Yep.
I've got a lot of splodge in the middle on there. You can see, still there.
Oh, she does that too, Susan. Just not at the moment.
What's that?
She says, what I'd like to see when people gel print is to not roll one single color all the way to the edges. A few colors that are not mixed. It's kind of hard not to mix them. Then you're talking gradient more.
That'd be like that pull that we did earlier. The one with the, I don't know where it's gone. No, it's not there. I know what I did. I put it over there and it fell off.
It does, doesn't it, Judy?
Like this, you mean? Where it's not really mixed, it's just sort of in lines almost. That's the Payne's Grey and Titan Green Pale doing that on that one. going to put this one on the floor because it's very damp.
Uda said someone in Makers mentioned that the color is not as rich when it's mixed versus the golden original.
Oh yes, obviously, because you're sitting it down, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. What are you doing over there? Where you what
I was putting it on the floor. Sorry.
Oh, I see. I
It's
see.
very unhandy, that one, so took a
Yeah.
bit of doing.
Yep. Treasures
You've
here.
got a whole sheet of tissue and it's going, oh, I'm going to stick to everything. Ah. So we'll have some of that. And I'll tell you what,
Wow.
fun. We'll have a bit of the yellow as well, the fluorescent chartreuse. So we've got the fluorescent green and the fluorescent chartreuse, just to see what happens. Because we could get a really bright thing. But we've also got the blue still down there, you see.
Wow. I love that stencil. I just love that stencil.
It is quite good, isn't it? Now I'm going to put the thicker stuff down on this one.
And Colleen asked something quite a while back about this stencil, about the versatility of it.
Yeah. What'd she say? What'd she say? Huh? Oh, where'd you go? Where's it? You disappeared on us.
My bad.
Where'd you go?
I hit a button.
You hit a button. Hit the wrong button.
Anyway,
1 minute she's there, next minute she's there.
See how I am. So the stencil like this, without the dolphins, without the whales or dolphins, I think it's quite versatile. Once you look at the other stencil, well, then you've got a scene, don't you?
Yes.
So there's a difference. You're dealing with a scene. Right, Colleen. I understood that. I did.
I did press it.
Yeah. I got excited because I struggle sometimes. I have a 66-year-old worn out brain. I struggle sometimes with trying to do the layers the way I want to do them. Fran just made it beautiful and simple for me. But like I said,
Ooh,
this is gorgeous.
Look at this. It's almost like hexagons. Look, it's sucking the paint in. Isn't that marvelous? I like that. Let's try some more fun colours. What should we play with? Let's have a go with fluorescent violet. Yee.
Colleen, I'm going to read that, and I'm sure I'm not reading it correctly. And it's funny because Fran just pulled the violet out, and it's like, can you stand violet? Do you like it? Can you stand it? I don't know if that's how you mean it. Because the other day he said blue, and I took that totally wrong.
Yeah. Well, let's try a bit of this as well, just to make it really. I'm growling up my paint now.
Oh yeah, Evie says, Candy says it would make a great turtle shell. Yep.
Absolutely, yeah. Whoa! Don't do that.
Hey, Colleen, thank you.
Flip.
Wow, we're talking 70s.
Now there's lots of colours. You wanted lots of colours, you get lots of colours. Maybe not exactly what you had in mind.
This is Team Pink, 1970s, hippy dippy.
Yeah, it's a bit 60s, isn't it? Stop that lifting. You stay still.
So Deb C says large and small size cells, as far as your stencil, in the various sizes would be grand too. So if this were If you had an option of this as a 8 by what, a 8 by 10, 8 by 11,
I did it as an 8 by 10. This one is done as an 8 by 10. This one.
that's 8 by 10. So bring it down and think of a 5 by 7 size. So you'll get smaller cells.
I'm not pushing this all the way. I'm just going to pull it up as is. That will leave a little bit around the stencil.
Wow.
Oh, this is nice. I like this. Look at the lovely colours we've got in there. Oh, all that blending going on with the greens. Ooh, isn't that nice? Well, I like it anyway.
I love it.
Let's have a go with the other one as well. After we'll pull this, and then we'll have a go on the bigger plate with both.
This would go well with the April color combo.
Would it? What's the April colour? No, that was pink and
orange.
Pink and orange, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you got pink and orange in there.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Hi, Yolande.
So.
Ooh, dragon scales. Who said dragon scales? Oh,
yes.
Dragon scales. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sort of has a flavour of dragon scales, doesn't it? Well, I've taken the stencil off, so we'll use it on the other plate. That can sit and dry for a bit. That's quite intriguing, actually. That might pull really rather delicate. Depending on what you put with it, of course. So we'll see what happens with it.
Depending on what you put with it.
Yeah.
So there might be room for editing here with maybe fatter lines between the cells. We'll see. And of course, the frame. The frame would be an option. You can cut it off or keep it. But I think having it on there, yeah, I think you're right. I think having the frame on there is a good option. Sometimes I look at what she does and I think of it only for myself, not for everybody else.
Well, we start off with good ideas when you think of things for yourself, and then you can always adapt them afterwards, can't you?
Yep, you do that very well.
There it is. Let's put this on. There, like that. Or shall we put it that way up? It's got all that colour on it that way. Yes, we'll put it that way up.
Evie says it needs some dragonfly paint.
Well, I've got various things like that, haven't I?
Yeah.
Get some colour change over the other side of the room. What do I do with the... Oh, there it is. Didn't want that to run away quite so soon.
Anybody seeing a boo-boo view yet? Not yet. I'm checking.
That can almost match up, you know. I could just about get that to match up.
Overlapping, yeah. So there you go. Two new ideas today. If we get them, if Fran gets them edited the way she wants them, comfortable and feels they're working, they will go to Mariah and let Mariah decide from there. There may not be something that Mariah can do well on her Cricut.
Might need a fair bit of work to work for Mariah's.
Yeah, so it has to work for Mariah to keep in mind. So now you're learning the process of the ideas, and then Fran does her cutouts, and then she plays with them to see how well they work, and then they still have to go to Mariah.
Well, I reckon I can do something about the jagged edges. I think I figured that one out. So I'll go to my playlist and find the video I need and see if I can sort it.
I think the way to look at it is when you get the final product, you need to know that there's quality control, and the name on that quality control is either Mariah or Brad. So whatever ideas we come up with still have to pass.
They have the final, yeah, exactly.
Yep, quality control, QC. They are the best. I love this. I love this color you've chosen here. There's dragon scales. We've got dragon scales. We've got caustic, so you could do light blue with dark blue mixed to get a water look. And then all these other colors, you could also see pebbles or stones.
It looks very like cobblestones in some ways, doesn't it?
Yep. And if you use a high flow and your gel plate is well seasoned, nicely seasoned, and you'll get selling, which will only add to.
Which we've got here.
Yep.
We've got some selling.
Hi, Diane. Right, Evie? Yeah.
See, this is interesting already because that one was already coloured. So we've got something going on already.
Wow. Move it over to the left a little bit towards your watch area. Oh yeah, now we can see it better and the light is just making it shimmer.
I do like this. Yeah.
Where'd
You
the
don't
dolphins go?
see the dolphins so much because they're quite small. They would probably be better on the 8x10 plate. Let me just cut this one because I can use that rice paper again then because it's good position. The other two didn't work so well for that because I put them in the wrong place more or less. So they swapped the paper.
Thank you, Debsy. Thank you, everyone, for the thumbs up. Dragon scales. Imagine being able to collage with this. I like it.
Thank you.
And it's holding up to the stenciling too. It's not tearing or anything. And we're just using Tyvek, right?
Yep. Don't forget, we think the UPO that Mariah uses is that bit stronger.
Yeah. Oh, now she's going way dark. I'm just telling you, people, if I could control the colors that she uses, I probably wouldn't anyway. Let her be. Let her be. Let her QRC, TUV, WXYZ, whatever letter you want, but let her be. Wow. Oh, now we're talking dragon scale. Alligator.
Just rather, isn't it?
Emerald and copper. Emerald and copper, Evie says.
This is more your goose poop.
I think you've ruined Evie. Emerald and copper, she says. You broke her.
Well, I don't actually have emerald. Well, actually, I might have, but it's the wrong consistency.
Yeah, well, you've almost got that in areas there. Just
yeah, exactly. The mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd make a mix of it, wouldn't I? Let me just cut this edge off. Make it easier.
Yep, Evie says goose poop has its place.
Just rip the paper. That was not a great idea. Stay. Oh, we're getting some good lines down there. Oh, that's giving a good effect on the dolphins. Look at that.
Wow, I do see them. They just kind of, it's almost like one of those Find the Dolphins pictures.
Yeah, yeah. But you can do the dolphins bigger so that you've got, I was thinking on the 5x7, you would just want the pair of dolphins.
Yeah, you wouldn't want all of them.
A smaller area. So you've got, you don't cut it off and go, that's a 5x7. You actually squidge the design down to fit in the 5x7 area. That's what I was thinking. Lovely, lovely. Like that one. It's got a rather nice shimmer to it from the copper. Can you see the shimmer?
Yep, I could see it.
Yeah, that's rather good.
Well, that's the thing, Colleen. On a big plate like this, you can put those two stencils together,
Yep.
and you won't notice where they're not together. There's, there's no a horrible break. I can see it, but on paper, you may not notice it as much.
I'm going to use the Jenkins green again, and I'm going to use one I've not used before. Or am I? I probably am. I've done it now.
So we're absorbing the feedback here. Keep talking. You don't have to like it. It's okay if you don't like the two put together. That's why they will always be separated in the shop.
Can't find the one I wanted to use, so I will use something else.
That's okay.
I will use. What can I find? Oh, there it is. That's the one I wanted to use. Iridescent white. I wanted to try some iridescent white with the Jenkins green.
Uda has a really good question.
Yes. What?
She says, with all the different paints you have you ever found any that do not work together?
No. I found some that make it. Look at the gloop on that. That's way too much. I need a little pot.
Yeah, you need. You need a whole other sheet to make a whole other design.
Yeah. You talk for a minute. I've got to go and get a pot.
Okay. Ricky, what we are up to today is gel plating, of course. And Fran has 2 new designs that she's showcasing, and we'd like to get some feedback on what everyone thinks. One of them is called caustic, as in the way water looks when it's not waves, but the top of the water when it's got movement, you see the caustic effect. And the other one is caustic with her whales or her dolphins. So she has caustic stencil, and the dolphins are already
Too big thinking about the nice colours and not
separate.
how much I'm putting on
There
it.
you have
it. Too much. It really is a too much.
Wait, what? Fran said she has too much paint? Wait, what? What reality is this? And hopefully you're not marking up your brayer while you scrape across it. Oh, okay. Judy wants to know if you still have those clamps that used to be her other halves. What? Not clamps that used to be your other half.
Right, let's try again. We've already got too much on here, so.
Did you? Oops. Oh. Yeah, see, that's because there's too much.
Way too much. Isn't it fun?
So the trick is to get a piece of tissue paper and do a kiss.
I think you're going to have to do about 6 kisses on this one. I really went over the top with the paint here. I was just looking at the colour amount I wanted to get the sort of shade I was wanting. Didn't think about how much actual paint. You really need to do that. It's better to mix it beforehand in a pot, like this pot I've got here.
So to elaborate on Judy's question to you.
Yes?
The clamps that you took from your hubby.
Yes.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Yes.
Okay, she wants to know if you still have those.
Yes.
When she did her shrinky dinks.
Yep. Yeah. I've got them right here.
Right. Hold on. Okay.
These are now mine. Those are not hubby's. They're mine.
Okay, so she does. The answer is yes. She still has them.
Oh, mustn't do that. See, this one had paint underneath it because I put it down, paint downwards.
Yep. Gentle, gentle. Don't push too hard.
Oh.
You did it.
Yep, I did. Now I've got to be careful because I've doubled it up there.
Oh, she won't get it once. he would have to come and pry them out of her hands.
My cold dead hands.
Yeah, she's not likely to give them back once she found a good use for them. She's more
Yeah.
likely to say, "Could you just please go buy yourself another set?"
Can you get me 2 more as well while you're at
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So there is a problem with too much paint and stencils together if you do that. And to hear Fran say too much paint,
Yeah,
it's
slightly too much.
a whole new
So
reaction.
let's secure this down gently.
Yep.
And grab that excess off there. Really should have mixed it on a glass plate first and put it into a pot first. Then I could have put it on exactly the way I wanted it.
You might have to go.
I think I'm going to have to do a kiss anyway.
Yep.
Maybe 2. So it's a good job I cut that piece off, isn't it? Look at that.
Instead of a brayer, you might have to invest in a squeegee down the road.
Yeah. Or perhaps use your hand to squeegee it off. Now then. I had a piece of tissue. What do I do with it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Just behind me.
Oh, by other half, you mean her other half, her partner, Judy. See, that's where I got lost. I'm just having total brain fart day. That used to be her other half, as in used to be Ian's. I see. That's where I got lost. Oh, look at that color, though.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I like that white. That iridescent white does a darn good job. Hang on, I'll just bring it round so I don't get it all over me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The kiss
Quite
print
nice.
is beautiful.
We can get another print off that as well, so I've just grabbed the other one that's got a bit more on it. Ooh, just a minute. Gonna lay it down. Oh dear.
So
Hang on.
so I do have a picture of Fran's little cubby hole there before she got all that. You guys have seen most of all her stuff up there. So I'm going to post it in Makers.
Sorry, did you say something? I had to take my headset off and I couldn't reach.
So she can't hear me. She hasn't actually given me permission, but we talked about it and I am going to do it. You guys need to see this tiny top area that she's working in.
All right, yes. No, you did say which one it was. That's okay.
Yeah. It's that one or one just like that.
Before I put any of the craft things on the table. Yes.
No, you worded it fine, Judy. It was my brain didn't put it.
I knew what she meant all along. Yeah. We talked about it before.
I didn't have to know. I just had to read it. Oh, you still got such a nice pull there.
Yeah.
Everyone's that interference green?
No, that's Jenkins green with the iridescent white.
There you go.
Yeah. Lovely.
That's okay, Trish. You lurk. You just relax and enjoy. You don't have to do anything else but that.
So I need a bit of paper. I'm probably going to take that off with. I'm going to take this off because this is just moving too much, but I've still got something down there.
Oh, yeah. And Uda has a comment for you.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? There it is. Went for a long walk along the beach yesterday, and the sandy trail was covered in thatched grass that reminded me of Fran's eco print.
Oh.
See?
Lovely. Look at that as well. Now that one had nothing underneath it. I didn't put paint down first. This one had paint underneath it, but from the previous plate.
Yeah.
So when I put this dolphins down, look at that. That printed really well. Lovely. So that's got to dry.
Over there.
Over there. And we'll try something else. Let's have a look at that.
You're in people's heads. They think of you now when they see certain things.
Like lots of paint, yeah.
Thank you, Uda.
Other else down there. Now let's see.
Oh, good. Judy P. Bless you. Judy P. says, Fran's imagination is what motivates me. There you go.
Oh, how kind.
Yeah.
I'm very glad about that. There we go. I think that might be pullable now. So what should we do? I was thinking maybe interference blue on black paper. That might come out quite nice.
Okay, well then we'll just do it this way.
Well, I'm going to go. I'm taking my headset off because I've got to go to the other side of the room to get the black paper. Hang on. Won't be long.
There. She doesn't have her earbuds in, so we type it out for her. Hopefully we spelled correctly. I don't remember either
Absolutely.
who suggested the stamps. I think it's a cool stencil though. Very
Right.
cool stencil.
So let's go for the interference blue. Now this is a high flow, but you could easily use something like interference violet, which is just a fluid acrylic, or one of the color changes, or as was mentioned earlier, a dragonfly. I don't think I've got a dragonfly right here. Been trying to organize my paints, which is always a fatal error, because you can never find the ones you suddenly think of. I've been thinking about how to organize them, because mine at the moment are like this. Let me show you. They're in plastic tubs like this. Okay, old plastic tubs.
Yes, this is a stencil.
And I can't find anything. You know, I'm always sort of going, well, what's in this one? What's that lying down there? I like the idea of a pegboard. You see, these have got holes in them, but these haven't. But you can get a whole load of, let me just put this on the floor, show you what I'm talking about, of
Okay, Uda, thank you for being here.
those.
Yep.
And hold it up like that. I think they'll hold. So there's that. And I'm thinking of a pegboard with, you know, hooks through, and then there you go.
Yep.
Or the other one with the hole in already will thread on to the
hook.
Yeah, without bother.
Good idea. Okay.
But it's not going to work in here because there isn't room to put a pegboard. So we'll have to wait until we've got more room, if that ever happens.
All right, let me ask you this. You said you have a high flow, and then you have a, what was the other one over there? The high flow?
Fluid acrylic.
Yeah, okay. So how different are they in, what is the word? Is it viscosity?
Yeah, this is thinner. But the amount of pigment is the same. So you don't get a different color. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they have.
So
just that this one flows more.
Yeah.
And this is a bit thicker.
Okay.
And the body is the next one up and is even thicker.
So as I told you earlier, Golden is coming out with the, or has already come out with the high flow cyan.
Yes.
Which looks beautiful. And it's a high flow. And they demonstrate it that you can actually use it for dip pens, or like I have a calligraphy pen, you know, or actually to refill a marker type thing.
I have dip pens, but I don't have calligraphy. Oh, well, I have dip pens, calligraphy pens. I don't have marker pens. That's what I don't have.
Right.
But you can refill. I did see them doing that.
Yeah.
And I thought, so I've got a lovely big sheet of black paper. It's going to cover the whole thing.
So the high flow would work for that, but the fluid becomes thicker, and then you have the heavy body there. So yeah, okay.
But what I wanted to ask them was, having a lot of heavy body and not actually using them all that often, because I like the selling that the high flow produces. I want to know how to turn them into high flow paints. And can we get hold of the bottles, please? Empty bottles to put them in. That's one of my questions for Golden. And when will they be available in this country? That's always my question. When will they be available in this country?
Oh yeah, and Carol says high flow is also for airbrush. Yes.
Yes, I know it is. Yeah.
Yes, Deb. See, I've already given Fran the link. She already has it, and she has a question for them. So we shall see.
Sorry, squeaky. Right, now this is a bit... Let me get that one out. That's better. Now you see the paper is curling. I wish I had a slightly heavier black paper. This is, I think it's 100 GSM. It's not very thick. So this is not going to pull first time. You can see it isn't. It hasn't got it. So if I was to pull it now, I'm going to get more than I would if I left it down. I think I'll do that. There we go. That's not too bad at all. I like that. Isn't that lovely? Ooh. Can you see that?
Hold on. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh. What would you put in? You'd put something on the black paper. That's just awesome.
Lovely. Well, this would be great for a journal, a sea journal, wouldn't it? Because you could put the dolphins on there separately. Or the sea turtles or anything. And I've still got this base layer here. And how much of the other stuff have I got? Not a great deal. So let's put something else and we'll do it with the white. And I've got a decentish white card here, which is A3. It won't quite fit the whole plate, but we only want it to fit that bit anyway, so that's all right. So let's go darker.
Evie, I sent you a link.
Like I've got a big pot over there. I've got a big pot. Like this. This is Vallejo Quinacridone Crimson.
Is that the brand, Vallejo?
Vallejo, yes.
Yeah, interesting.
Which is, I believe it's pronounced Vallejo.
Have you ever used it before?
Yeah, I used it last stream.
Oh, that's right. You did. I'm sorry. You did.
Let's have a gollop. Now, this is a heavy body. You can see that it's much thicker. Can't you? Let's give it a roll and see what happens.
Vallejo. That's why I said it that way. Isn't that where was it that
or somewhere?
Oh,
it's a Spanish perhaps.
the artist that was from California that I like to follow. She's moved to Puerto Rico, I think now.
Oh, that's lovely. That really intense. Beautiful. So that's one to leave and wait and see what happens. So we'll put the A3 Premium Smooth Card, 300 GSM on here. It gives us a wedge up there, but that's all right.
Oh, I thought you were going to cut your thumb.
No, I'm inclined to move my thumb out of the way.
Yes, Lori Marie. It's Lori.
Usually. Lori Marie Jenkins?
Yes, that's who I was thinking, and she lives in in California. But I don't know if it's Vallejo. How she pronounces it was always, I just love to hear her pronounce it.
So maybe it's an American company from Vallejo. Maybe that's why they call it that.
I don't know. I just know you're getting some nice strippy paper there.
I am, aren't I? Yeah. Superb. So that's a good one. We can leave that one down. So that's a remnant of a remnant of a remnant, pretty much, isn't it? So we got this one off it. And then we're going to get that one out of it. I think that's a good deal. So we've got this nice interference blue, picking up all those greens and giving them a lovely highlight on the black paper. I do like that. And I've got some of the reddish colours, the copper, over here as well.
I'm imagining, didn't P work with a tree stencil the other day? I'm imagining that tree stencil layered with that. I've got trees.
I think that might be a bit busy.
You think?
The tree stencil is quite delicate as well, you see. You really want something different to go with it. Like the dolphins going with that. Because you've got something with bigger blocks.
Yeah.
Against the tiny bits. So if you had the tree, not counting the trunk, but the rest of it, the branches, then you would use something else with the tree branches to create.
Yeah. Well, I got tree on the brain.
Yeah, you got the tree on the brain, dear.
Yes, I do. Yes,
so we'll put that one aside for later. And we'll get out the little plate. And we'll have a go with the little blobs and thingies, which I had down here somewhere, I think, a little while ago.
Yeah,
before
going back to Lori Marie Jenkins, yes, they did buy a house and move down there, but the last video I saw, they had sold the home and they were buying a different one. Or they were selling the home and were buying a different one, something like that.
What was that?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I found it in a drawer. Oh, that's intriguing.
Wait, that's is that a collage?
No, that's a print from the Daisies, I think, quite some time ago. I think. I'm not entirely sure. It's quite faint in the background there. Oh, well.
It actually
interesting.
Looks like Auntie knows.
There we are. There's the little one. And
so what is interference? No, never mind. I already know. I found it. Never mind. Sorry.
So there it is. I know. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I was writing things down, but I was looking back at my other notes, and interference.
This is the 8x10 size, and this is the 5x7. I haven't got my 5x7 plate here at the moment. It's behind me in a pile over there. So let's use this one. So it's got a nice little handle because of the size. It's going to fit well on there, and then I can lift it off.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Trim it though. I might trim it because it's not quite level.
Spots and blobs.
I will be trying to make it level.
I need to get back over to shopping for some Tyvek. I gotta write myself a note. Where's my notes?
I gotta go and write myself a letter. I can't remember the rest of the song. Ignore me.
That might be a good idea to not remember it. Okay, where did I just put all those Post-it notes? What did I do with it?
I like that one. What's this one? No, I don't want that one. Somebody wanted emerald. There's emerald. don't really want it at the moment.
Evie said emerald green and copper.
Ah.
I don't know where I put them.
I think I might use iridescent green yellow. And yes, I know I've got too much on there already.
Yeah, don't look at us. None of us are going to tell you too much. Oh, well, I've lost my yellow Post-it notes. Oh, Craft a Lunch, so I guess I have to go with the hot pink. Ugh, not a fan of the hot pink.
God, this is almost empty. I can't get any more out of this one. Oh, I can a bit.
See, that's where I got the toothpaste squeezer, and I put it on there.
Yep, it's hanging up there. I just didn't reach for it. Ooh, got some red on here still. Guess what?
What?
I got a lot of paint on here.
What did you do? You did it again.
I did it again. So I'm going to get another plate out. One way dealing with it. There you go. Okay, a bit more off here. So I've still got too much paint on here. So now I put some more down here.
Yes, it is. Too Much Paint Friday at Fran's house. We might have to change the title of the stream.
Yeah, change all my videos to the Too Much Paint channel.
I'll tell you what, Susan. You say the golden is too expensive for you, so you use craft paint or Liquitex. I could recommend Amsterdam too.
Yeah, Amsterdam is pretty good paint.
Yep, Royal Talons puts it out. I use.
Yep, and that's what these are studio acrylics of Pabea. They're quite nice as well.
Yep. Okay, yo, gotta go. Your land's gotta go. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We'll see you Sunday in PM Artist Studio. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Sunday.
It's almost. Evie says the red is gorgeous there. It's almost like Christmas, huh? Green.
This is moving about on the plate, this one. You can see it is. Look at that. It's probably going to make a messy smush or a smussy mess. Yeah, one of them. Somebody pass the margaritas. I seem to be requirements of margaritas. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's lovely. I like that. Where'd I get that paper from? Let's get another sheet.
Susan, I think you can find it at Jerry's and at Cheap Joe's. Check Cheap Joe's, Jerry's Artorama, and possibly, I think Dick Blick too. Amsterdam paints. I mean, I was working with craft paints on the gel plate, and they're like high flow, but they don't have the good pigment. No. And I didn't know that until Becky from Aunt Beck's Creations did me
but they are a very good starting point, though, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, Fran.
That's nice.
Beck from Aunt Beck's Creations on YouTube, she gifted me a box of the small Amsterdam, and I just fell in love with them. I didn't know how much of a difference it would make until I had them. The pigment is so much better, and I'm sure Liquitex and Golden is even better. But the Amsterdam suited my budget, and since then I've bought one.
Amsterdam, it's a good entry.
That one you just pulled, everyone wants you to bring it back if you want a better look at it.
In a second, I just want to put this down to get a bit more coffee. I'm going to get two together like that, you see. Right, yes, I'll bring it back. This is lovely, this one. I really like that.
Isn't that beautiful?
And this is the big one next door. And this is the previous one of this one. So I haven't actually put any more paint on these yet. I'm still going with the same paint layer. So you can get quite a bit off the plate if you put too much on to start with. It does make the stencil move about a bit. So yeah, don't do what I do. Do what I say. Yeah. Don't follow Dopey. Just do what she says you shouldn't. No.
Yep.
You don't want to be.
This one is the spots and blobs, and it will be coming up in the shop soon.
Well, it will be available for Mariah to put in the shop when she's got time. I don't know about soon. Mariah.
Everyone,
Mariah.
I gotta see what this is.
There we go. So I've now chopped that, and I'm now going to cut it in half because I've got one on one side and one on the other. Carefully, because I don't want to tear it too much. There we go. Right, it's about time to put some more paint on. I should be able to know. So that's very pale now, so that's good. So we're getting the last of the remnants off there. Good-o.
Right, Candy. The Elizabeth St. Hilaire's layering technique. Yeah, wow.
That's a good start for something. Look at that nice shimmer on it. That would be great with something like the dolphins on top, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be good.
See, and that's why if they were sold separately, then you have control over what you put
What
over
else
it.
you can put it with? Yeah.
What else you can put it with and where. So yeah, we understand that. I just like
And you can put it yourself on a print you've already pulled, you know? Just do the dolphins and then pull the dolphins on top of that print, like you've seen P do many times.
Yes.
So what else am I going to put on here? I'm liking the reds, you know. I think we'll do a bit more quinacridone crimson on there. So let's do a quinacridone on here. And
nothing. It's just
before we open that, oops. Let's have a look at what else we can use. What have we got over here? We've got.
Why isn't I turn the volume down and it's still? Oh.
What's that? Pewter. That could be interesting. Pewter. Put pewter on one of them. Maybe. Put something like Naphthol red light. Let's try Naphthol red light. We'll try Naphthol red light on here. That's an Amsterdam. And we'll try the fluid acrylic quinacridone crimson on that one. Yeah, just to see what happens.
Sorry about that. Noisy phone. Oops, scrap a lunch, paint a lunch.
Paint a lunch. Right, we'll do that one on there. And we'll do this one on there.
So Susan Carroll wants to know. If you've had Biscoffs with Biscoff butter. That's what
I know Biscoff biscuits. I don't eat them. Never
having.
Biscoff butter.
Yeah, those are treats. Those are sugary treats, and Fran can't have that.
No. No, I can have real fruit, which I think is nicer anyway. So, right, let's get something down on here quicko. Putting shiny side down. I didn't set out to do something with 2 gel plates at once, you know, but it's turned out that way. Me and my great big amount of paint. It's not a great big amount of paint that I've put down. It's because I put down enough for 2 plates. Ooh. Oh, that's very... Ooh, look at the difference. Oh. I should have put less of the Amsterdam down. It smeared out the Amsterdam, but I can take another pull of that. I guess another sheet. Oh, in fact, let's do it with this. Ooh.
Diane, I'm the same way. Get paint all over me. Take a shower. Forget to wash the back of my arm, and there you go. I've got paint back there. How did
That's nice. Look at that. That's nicer. That was a bit flooded on the tissue, but it was beautiful. The result on the red. That's the quinacridone magenta, the fluid acrylic from Golden, and that was the Naphthol red light from Amsterdam. But I put too much. As usual, I put too much paint down. So don't put as much down as me. You can always add paint. It's kind of difficult to take paint off, isn't it? You have to scrape it into a jar. Yeah. So. Oh, I'm going to let that dry. Look at that. That is lovely. What's this one doing? Ooh, yes. I'm loving that. I am loving those too. Ah! Don't do that, you naughty thing. So, I've got a smidge in the middle, but never mind. Because what we'll do is we'll take a sheet and we'll let these dry. And I will cut my sheet in half. So I've got 2 equal sized pieces. And they should just fit nicely.
Dots and blobs. Who's going
Spot
to the
blob.
naughty corner?
Everywhere.
Where?
So we'll leave these to dry and we'll have a look at the ones that have been drying and see what's going with them. Ugh. It's a nasty bit of sticky paper.
I think this is a beautiful stencil. I'm torn between this and caustic now. Ha!
I'm liking that. I like that one. I mean, even with the orange, this sort of Naphthol red light, which is a sort of orangey colour,
Yeah.
it's pretty neat. Oh, look. Look, look, look. Something I've got to attend to first.
What do you
We'll
see?
let it dry.
A hair.
Yeah, the dog was trying to join in.
Yes, Rufus.
Yes. Lovely. We'll put that aside. Gosh, I'm now surrounded by prints again. I always end up surrounded by prints when it's a good day. Wow, I'm really liking that. I mean, that's on that side. On this side, ooh. That's the copper shining through. Lovely, lovely,
Colors just shimmering. Beautiful.
lovely. You've
That
got to
was
be
gonna
careful not to. Now we've got this lovely effect. We've got to be careful not to drown this by putting too much paint on to pull it. Oh, that's difficult for me.
and choosing which paint to pull it.
That too, yes. Well, let's see if that one down there is doing any good. I've got to put this somewhere where I'm not going to.
You've got 10 minutes.
I just want to have a look at that one. Ugh, that one's gooey. I've got orange on me now. That's down here.
Oh
Paper.
yeah, Winsor Newton Galleria is a good paint too. I don't know about less expensive. Oh, the student grade would be cheap.
The Galleria is cheaper than the professional Winsor and Newton.
Yeah, it's a student grade, right? That's what Carol says. Yeah.
Well, it's a sort of standard grade. I think there's also a student grade, but I've never tried that, if there is one. Ooh, look at the shine. That's that iridescent blue. What was it called? Interference blue, beg your pardon. So you see the red, and then you tilt it and you get the blue. Ooh.
So going back to originally, this is the new design stencil of
Caustic.
And any feedback, do you like it? You don't like it? Because it still has to go through Mariah's hands. It may not be doable. We'll just go with that. I love it.
I'm liking that. I am liking it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Plate to be.
That and the spots and blobs. I'm really liking where you go with that. And what Liz or Colleen, whoever said earlier about the versatility. Yeah, the placement, you could use it in layers, right? So many layers.
Well, I was enjoying that. That was good. And I think that's it now. I was all tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was all tired. Let's put a nice one down. I like that because it's delicate.
And the one with two on one. I like it.
Yeah, well, I've got a few 2-on-1s.
The spots and blobs.
Yeah, two. I've got a few of those.
Oh,
that one. And I've got that one.
Yeah.
I like that one, actually.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay.
Well, but... Actually, let's put that there. And let me just snip this off. Because I think it's getting in the way.
Oh, Diane.
Hmm?
So now Diane says she's been texting back and forth with her daughter about the Maker's Hop, that it needs to be a rather shorter video than a full video like we do here today. The hop video is more of a
this is what we made.
Yeah,
flick, flick,
more
flick,
of a completed and then say how you did it. It's need to talk. Is it Sharon that has the hop? Sharon would be the best one to explain that. Yeah.
I prefer the ones that tell you how they did it. I do prefer those quite a bit more.
Yeah, it's a teaser. That's what it is, Diane.
Yeah.
That would be a good way to explain it. The hop is more along the lines of a teaser, and then you can come back and watch a full video if they do one. Yep, I've done that.
Ooh. Murder.
Well, that just means you had fun today, right?
Yes, I did. Are you coming back at all?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm sorry, dear. Thank you. I just need you to.
What are you doing?
I just need you to yell at me. That's all. Yeah. There we go. Here I am.
And you didn't get to show anything today.
Well, I'm okay with that. Did anybody see
Mhm.
blue? I never saw blue. I was going back and forth and making sure. And
Blue.
no
Yeah.
blue hue today. Yay!
There's blue.
Well, I meant the blue hue on the screen, Fran.
Oh,
Not
I see. Yeah. Yeah,
see.
well, any blue hue on the screen? I hope not. I like this one really well. That's lovely.
Okay, so now you're pulling these out, and I have to go off camera so we can see them better.
No,
Oh,
no, no. You stay there. We're saying
I will.
goodbye.
I will
Not.
come back. Hold the phone. Just pull your pants up there. I wanted to
Doing it.
see this one again. I love that one with the selling on it. That's gorgeous. Okay, I'm back. There we go. I'm back. Jeez, she gets excited, doesn't she? Oh, that's all on one sheet. Is that both on one sheet?
Yeah, two on one sheet there. I
Oh,
just I just didn't bother to cut them. I need to.
yeah.
But that's two on one sheet as well, look.
Yep,
Picking up a lot of green in a hurry. Green
yep,
silver.
yep. Heavy
Makes
handed today.
silvery. That iridescent white really makes it look silver. But what a nice thing to put with Jenkins green. I just didn't realise. It's lovely. Anyway, this is us. We've finished. We're trying to say goodbye. We just had too much fun. We want to keep going. I picked some grass for today. I picked some grass for today, and we haven't got round to it.
Thank you.
Bye bye, everybody.
Thank you for the
Bye bye. It's nice, isn't it? Lovely. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. My hand up there.